OpenAI shuttered Sora without warning. Immediately, Google filled that gap with Veo 3.1, making high-volume video generation a standard feature of the Gemini API. Comparing API costs for an 8-second clip, Veo 3.1 standard costs $3.20, while the Lite tier drops to just 40 cents. But as production costs fall, the legal and compliance overhead is rising sharply. Cheaper APIs won't save margins consumed by strict 2026 regulations. The Generate button now carries hidden friction. Every clip you produce must navigate a legal landscape that is becoming increasingly fragmented and strictly enforced. In Washington, competing executive orders attempt to set national standards, but remain locked in a struggle over how much federal frameworks can preempt local oversight. Because of that federal stalemate, individual state attorneys general are moving first, passing their own transparency and consumer protection laws that take effect immediately. We must map out which Veo 3.1 tier matches your technical needs and which legal playbook you'll need to follow to avoid state-level enforcement. If you treat AI video as a technical workflow while ignoring the legal overhead, the regulatory fines will likely exceed your entire production budget. We'll start with solo marketers. This group is typically using the native Google Vids interface or building Lite social campaigns through the Veo 3.1 Lite API. This group finds a specific technical advantage. Because Veo 3.1 includes native audio, like ambient noise and dialogue, a solo creator can generate finished social content without paying for external sound libraries. This matrix shows the technical limits of the Lite model. Your clips are capped at 8 seconds. The resolution stops at 1080p, and you cannot use the video extension feature. For this tier, you aren't paying in money, you're paying in time. The Lite model requires a high level of precision in your prompt engineering to get usable results. To avoid generic outputs, you must follow this 5-part blueprint, explicitly defining the camera, subject, action, setting, and audio for every single generation. Simple, short text prompts will likely fail. You have to learn the cinematography language the model was trained on to control the final frame. Solo creators successfully avoid high API fees and complex enterprise legal risks, but they only do so by taking on the heavy burden of technical literacy. Ad agencies and production houses have a different priority. They need frame-to-frame brand consistency and 4K quality for high-end commercial delivery. Their standard workflow involves pairing the premium Veo 3.1 standard tier with specialized production platforms like LTX Studio. The standard upgrade buys native 4K output, 148-second timeline extensions, and multiple reference images for character consistency. The trade-off is financial. At 40 cents per second, to costs exactly 8 times more than the Lite version. Many agencies use this tier to generate directable AI avatars, digital actors that can interact with brand products without a physical shoot. This practice is now under direct scrutiny. The FTC and state regulators are actively looking for deceptive marketing or undisclosed deepfakes in commercial campaigns. If you deploy synthetic talent, you must treat those digital assets with the same legal compliance and contract rigor as a human actor. Then there is the enterprise developer, building custom apps and automated video engines directly on top of the Gemini API. At 5 cents per second, the raw generation cost for an 8-second ad is just 40 cents. For a SaaS platform charging market rates, that creates a significant gap between infrastructure costs and customer pricing. But scaling that application hits a wall once you cross borders. The EU AI Act enforces strict transparency requirements on AI models deployed in Europe. Even if you stay domestic, you are navigating a maze of contradictory state and federal laws regarding how you source data and deploy your models. California's AB 2013 is a primary example. It requires developers to disclose detailed summaries of the datasets used to train their systems. As this flowchart shows, these laws can turn proprietary training data into a matter of public disclosure, effectively stripping away your traditional trade secret protections. Developers in 2026 cannot just build features. A significant portion of your operating budget must be reserved for maintaining compliance with these specific, evolving mandates. Need 4K or clips over 8 seconds? Yes, choose Veo Standard. No, choose Veo Lite. Deploying in the EU or California? Yes, allocate 20% of your budget to compliance. No, proceed with standard tools like Google Vids. The regulatory vacuum that once protected generative AI startups has been filled by active state and federal oversight. Using AI video for healthcare, financial services, or mass market advertising now carries significant, unavoidable liability. To succeed in 2026, you must optimize your legal safeguards with the same intensity as you optimize your technical tools.